Welcome to another Baka commentary video. In this video I'll be talking about the Computex presentation. The two that I'm going to be really talking about is the AMD presentation and the Nvidia presentation. Since I'm really late to this, I wouldn't be really summing up about it, and I'll just give you my opinions on it. Since Nvidia is the company with the most mindshare, let's do that first. And they also happen to be the most boring out of the two that I've far out watched. So, what did Nvidia launch on their Computex keynote? They launched a 500Hz TM monitor for your esport frame chasing snobs who just wants thousands of FPSs. On top of that, they kind of then just rambled on about the enterprise and the data center stuff, and obviously their new shiny toy, Grace CPU core, which from what I understand is based off ARM. This also kind of hints at how Nvidia is now changing their direction from consumer gaming large volume focus into now enterprise, data center, and AI, which there's not mega volume, there's Nvidia still gotta be moving volume. However, those volume will be even more profitable since they're targeting the enterprise, and the enterprises, they really don't care how much the equipment costs, as they're going to be making money with that. So by the time those equipment is, needs to be replaced, those companies likely have already paid off the equipment and made hefty profit. So to them, they don't care about this. However, the old Nvidia seems to be very consumer centric, and they cared about their, data center and enterprise stuff. They did innovate certain features that, data centers and AI stuff, like the recent ray tracing. What do you think ray tracing for? Did it really invented for gaming? No, they didn't. They just basically, here's an enterprise feature that we made originally for the enterprise, but we had to sell this to gamers, so might as well invent ray tracing and, DLSS. So I think as much shit as we can give them, But Nvidia seems to be now just going more as time moves on, more moving away from consumer gamers focus into now just the higher into the more enterprise specialized NAI bullshit. And maybe in the future we'll see some fucking graphics card with features that we really don't need. Because why? That graphics card architecture is designed to be some AI or some enterprise shit, and then gamers, you're at the bottom of the barrel. You just happen that just shares the same architecture. Nvidia's like, here's your scrub gaming card that's super cut down from our that we just took it out of the enterprise garbage bin for you. Will Nvidia get away with this? Unfortunately, yes. They have the mainstream audience. When you ask most people gaming, what's a gaming computer graphics card? They're gonna tell you Nvidia. They are gonna, Nvidia has the mindshare, and they can get away with this, and they can do whatever the fuck they want, and try and take those market share away from them is very hard. Now, on to the AMD Computex keynote. They were less boring than Nvidia, but still, at the same time, it was still pretty mundane and boring. They announced a new next-gen chipset, and an AM5 socket, On top of, they showed off some Zen 4 16-core 32-thread in the Blender and gaming. In gaming, they showed the frequency to be stable around 5.5 gigahertz. However, there may be something that you did not notice from the presentation when they were demoing that chip. That chip started around like 5.85 and maybe even 5.9 gigahertz. So this means Zen 4, if you get the top bin, if AMD ever sells their top bin to consumers and we get the proper reasonable cooling, maybe we might get a 5.9 gigahertz single core OC, and the 5.5 gigahertz is gonna be our all core. This is massive. Probably what I think is the best case scenario for Zen 4. But yeah. On top of the presentation, AMD kept repeating the word premium. Why? AMD and Dr. Lisa Su seem to be just hell-bent on, well, they want to become a premium brand and they want the higher profit margin that a premium brand brings. And they want to get rid of the old AMD reputation, which is, yeah, they're the bargain bin basement alternative brand to their competitor. Yeah, you're not gonna get all the features of it. Which is kind of true, but you're not gonna be getting a discount as a result of not getting all the features that their competitors offer. Do I think so? AMD CPU side, I think, has kind of warranted for a certain SKU like the R9s and the Threadripper. Yeah, they kind of warranted the premium price tag, but however, like the R7s and the R5s and the R3, I really don't think AMD should be, be like, hey, this is a premium product, when clearly, it lacks features and doesn't have some software features. The silicon implementation seems really well once they actually implement it, like the AVX stuff. But yeah, the AMD CPU software, certain thing just doesn't go so well. And AMD is kind of, well, to me, is a value and give you decent performance front. But yeah, their CGPUs on the other hand seems like both software features, hardware features, and even silicon feature. Yeah, again, I'm not a silicon designer, I'm just some passionate tech enthusiast yelling about my passion in the broad YouTube. But I feel that AMD's GPU, they lack the software feature, aka their drivers is not as good as their competition. Their hardware feature, like their ray tracing, not as strong as their competition. Their upscaling, their DLSS competitor RSR and the FSR 1.0 stuff, not great. Yes, they finally launched FSR 2.0, but really, I don't know. It seems that their competition is just smashing them in every way, and AMD has still a lot of catch up before they can be considered a premium graphics card manufacturer. They got away with this with the RX 6000 series, as basically any GPU that was made during the GPU hype train during the everything just sells. Everything's literally sold at above MSRP, at MSRP. And there was briefly a time where if everything was at MSRP, it sold. Now, what, as of writing this video, some of you requires below MSRP for it to really to be sold out. If it's at MSRP or above, it's basically always available. And I just hope AMD learns that you got to have some sort of, you better be better than your competition in order for you to be known as the premium brand. Or else AMD, what do I believe that AMD graphics card's gonna be? They're gonna sit on shelves and rot. And you AMD are gonna have to sell them at steep loss to even get them moved off the shelf, or worst case scenario, literally e-waste all of them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe for more content from Baka Commentary.